So, when you think about South Africa, what comes to mind? I bet it's epic safaris, right? Or maybe those incredible scenic drives. But here's the thing, with over 2,500 kilometers of coastline, there's this whole other adventure just waiting where the land meets the sea.
And that quote, it absolutely nails the vibe for what we're talking about today. See, this isn't about finding the perfect spot to just lie on a towel for 8 hours. Nope. This is for those of us who think a beach can be a magical place, sure, but also a trailhead for a hike, a spot for wildlife encounter, or just a pure, untamed adventure.
So, what is it about this place? How can one coastline offer everything from dramatic hikes to penguin colonies? We're going to find out why its wild, untamed nature is actually its greatest asset. All right, here's the game plan. We're going to take a virtual road trip along the coast. We'll start in the warm east, cruise through the adventurous garden route, and finish up on the iconic coast of Cape Town. Along the way, we'll help you figure out which spot is perfect for you.
Okay, let's get right into it. To really get a handle on South Africa's coast, you've got to understand a fundamental truth. It's not just one coast, it's two. It's this epic meeting point of two massive, and I mean completely different oceans. So check this out. On the East Coast, you've got the Indian Ocean. Think warm, subtropical, totally inviting water. But then on the West Coast, whoa, you've got the cold, powerful Atlantic, all fueled by this thing called the Benguela Current. It is wild. And this one massive difference, it changes everything about the experience. So naturally, our journey kicks off in the east, in a place called KwaZulu-Natal. This is where the water is genuinely warm and just begs you to jump in. And the cool thing is, you'll find everything here, from bustling city beaches to some of the most remote, untouched coastlines in the whole country. You've got Durban's Golden Mile, right? It's this awesome 5-kilometer stretch where the water can hit a balmy 27 degrees Celsius. If you want something a bit more chill, Umhlanga is a great, more upscale choice. But if you want real wilderness, you head north to Isimangaliso Wetland Park. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and the beaches are just endless and empty. But seriously, pay attention to the signs. Those warnings about hippos and crocs are no joke. Okay, a quick but super important note on safety. Because that water is so tempting, you have to respect its power. Rule number 1, always swim between those red and yellow flags. That's where the lifeguards are. And you've got to understand rip currents. If you get caught, don't fight it. Swim parallel to the shore. And maybe the most important rule of all, never, ever swim alone. All right, now let's head to a place that couldn't have a more perfect name, the Wild Coast. It is exactly that, wild. This is the traditional home of the Xhosa people, and the landscape is just breathtaking. Imagine these rolling green hills that just drop straight into the sea with these little pockets of remote, untouched beaches. And you want to know the perfect example of this? Lwandle Beach. Some people will tell you this is the best beach in all of South Africa. And you know why? Because you can't just drive up to it. Nope. You have to hike over the hills to get there. But the reward? Oh man, it's his view and a feeling of freedom that is just completely spellbinding. Okay, buckle up because now we're heading into the heart of adventure country, the garden route. Look, here, the beaches aren't just for laying around. They're woven into the fabric of these epic coastal hikes that the area is famous for. The beach is often the prize you get at the end of an incredible trail. I mean, just look at Tsitsikamma National Park. The name itself means place of much water. And right there at the mouth of Storms River, by those famous suspension bridges, there's this tiny, dramatic little beach. The scenery is so massive, so epic, you almost don't even notice the sand at first. And this just perfectly sums up the spirit of the garden route. You've got the Kingfisher Trail in Wilderness National Park. And getting to the waterfall, it's not just a walk. You literally have to pull yourself across a river on a pontoon. It's an adventure and a workout all rolled into one. And of course, we have to talk about Jeffreys Bay. J-Bay. Surfers will know this name. It's home to super tubes, considered one of the best right-hand point breaks on the entire planet. It's a true pilgrimage site for surfers. Just one tiny warning, the experts describe that water as bitterly cold. So you've been warned. All right, our road trip reaches its grand finale in Cape Town, a city that is totally defined by its spectacular coastline. I mean, this is where massive mountains, like the famous Table Mountain, look like they're just crashing right into the cold, powerful Atlantic. And the sheer variety of beaches here is just insane. You've got Diaz Beach down at the Cape of Good Hope. You have to take a pretty steep walk to get there, which often means you get this stunning place all to yourself. Then you have Meisenberg, famous for those brightly colored huts and, yeah, the shark spotters up on the hill. Or Nordhoek, this huge, wild beach that's absolutely perfect for a long walk or even horse riding. But you know, the most famous beach encounter in all of Cape Town has nothing to do with the sand or the surf. It's all about the residents. And I am, of course, talking about the African penguins at Boulders Beach. Now, it's really important to know this isn't just a regular beach you can wander onto. It's actually a protected area, part of Table Mountain National Park. So that entrance fee you see, it goes directly to the conservation efforts that protect this incredible penguin colony. And yeah, visiting here comes with some really important rules. Remember, these are wild animals, so you have to stay on the boardwalks. No touching, no feeding, please don't do that. You just keep your movements calm, your voice low, and what you get in return is this incredible, respectful experience where you can see them nesting, waddling, and just being penguins. So after this amazing journey down the coast, it becomes pretty clear, right? The question isn't what's the best beach in South Africa. The real question is what's the best beach for the kind of adventure you're looking for? And this little chart really breaks it down for you. Want warm water and a lively scene? Head to KwaZulu-Natal. Craving total solitude and rugged hikes? The wild coast is calling your name. For non-stop adventure and jaw-dropping scenery, it's gotta be the Garden Route. And for those iconic photos and amazing wildlife, well, nothing beats Cape Town. And there you have it. That's our look at South Africa's unbelievable coastline. It's a place that proves a trip to the beach can be so much more than just sun and sand. It can be a real adventure, packed with wild beauty and unforgettable moments. So the only question left is, which part of this coast is calling out to you?